So Donald Trump has signed an executive order yesterday trying to create a national wealth fund. Now this is done in a lot of other countries. And on the surface it sounds like this really great deal, like it's going to create all of this wealth for the American people. But this is very popular in countries like Saudi Arabia, in places in Iraq. And what happens is this just becomes a slush fund for the government to take out of. Look at the quality of a life that most of the countries that have a national wealth fund actually have. The quality of life is not that great. The other thing that bothers me about creating a national wealth fund is that the Republican Party cannot express to the American people what they want our tax money to go to. Because if you look at the platform of the Republican Party, all they are doing is cutting things constantly. But what do they actually want to spend money on to help us? Because they don't want to support and they don't want to fund education, public education that is. They don't want to support and they don't want to fund a universal health care system so that the American citizens can get the help that we need. All the Republican Party does is talk about cutting spending. So what do we think will happen with a national wealth fund? Do you think that they are really going to spend it to the benefit of the American citizen, to help the American citizen in need? They don't want anybody on welfare, so they're not going to help the low-income workers, but yet at the same time, they don't want to have a living wage either. All the Republican Party seems to be interested in and focused on is tax breaks for wealthy corporations and wealthy billionaires. So this slush fund is what I'm going to call it, not a wealth fund, it's a slush fund, where Donald Trump can give all of this money to his little buddies, to his cronies, to people like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, while the American people continue to suffer. So until the Republican Party can actually articulate what they want to help the American people with, I do not stand behind the creation of this so-called national wealth fund. I think it's a crock of shit. I think it's just a front so that they can enrich themselves even more than they already have.